I'm John Burnham, editor of Cruising World, and we're testing a series of life rafts for an article for our November issue. Here we have the West Marine Bluewater ISAF raft, made in collaboration with Zodiac. It's West Marine's top-of-the-line raft, and it weighs 88 pounds, comes in a hard canister, and we're just about to see what happens when we throw it in the water and blow it up. This West Marine ISAF Bluewater raft was one of 9 life rafts Cruising World chose to inflate and get aboard. The Bluewater raft is built to ISO and ISAF standards. Helping us review the details of this raft is longtime Cruising World author and contributing editor, Steve Callahan, a life raft survivor himself.
Here we have a boarding platform on this side, which is a little different than the other configurations that we've looked at. It's not bonded straight into the tube, which makes it act a little independently here. In some cases, in big seas, who knows how that's going to work, but for us it worked very well. It gave us a big platform to belly our way up onto the raft, and then you have a good boarding ladder here, which has quick disconnect clasps in the middle, so that if you're boarding from the boat and you jump in, you can disconnect those so people don't get tangled up. This also can be pulled up in heavier seas so that you can tie it back up on against the raft. Canopy closure, we have a single fairly heavy zipper closure here, which looks pretty adequate. Tubes are made with a fairly light material. We all got in fine. There's also a secondary opening in the back with a boarding ladder on it. There's a pocket here for an EPIRB and other signaling devices. The gear bag, you can see there's aluminum paddles, fairly sturdy paddles. Typical rain catchment system here. Little collection tube with a bag on the end of it, which is graduated so you can see how much water you collect. The light on the top automatically goes on. There's also a light on the inside that comes on. And we have a drogue here, which was not automatically deployed in that it wasn't in the water already. Of course, the raft has ballast pockets on the bottom. There's a knife on this side of the opening, a dull tip knife to cut the painter. Another detail about this particular raft, there are different kinds of valves in rafts, and many of them cannot be functionally blown up by mouth. These valves, as noted, we have a little problem here with a slight leak through the valve. You can blow it up by mouth. But of course, the first thing you got to do is make sure everybody gets in the raft. And if somebody goes drifting off for some reason, all rafts very close to the canopy will have a throwing line. This is a very typical throwing line where you have a hard donut, which is very easy to toss quite a long distance. There's a double floor in this raft. You can inflate the floor, which gives you added insulation. Of course, hypothermia is a major problem even in relatively warm waters. We got the gear bag here, a pretty stiff gear bag. It was also secured to the inside so it couldn't be lost in case the raft was tossed upside down. And here we have some flares. We've got a flashlight. I'm not sure how waterproof this would end up. It's working now. A signaling mirror. We've talked about these patching clamps before. It's a fairly simple device. If you have a tear in the raft, even if you have to make it a little bit longer, you snake one end of this on the inside of the tear, tighten it up. We have some extra batteries. We also have these cones. If you get a small tear, sometimes you can push these down into the hole in the material. We have a collapsible bucket here to help bail out the raft. And I don't see a first aid kit in here or anything like that, but often they come with the kits. I'm sure there are options.